Alrighty, so this is the introduction to valuations under the probably series. So if you folks are not familiar with the probably series, is essentially I put together a document that's relatively comprehensive of all questions that me and my classmates and my friends at other schools got during investment banking coffee chats and interviews, and yeah, put them together in a document and essentially stack rank them in terms of how likely you are to get specific questions, right? So the first series is the definitely series, and it's marked in red, and this series is a probably series, right? So it's one step lower in terms of the importance of the concepts, right? And in this one, we're going to be covering valuations, right? There are a number of concepts that we're going to cover, but honestly, we covered a majority of them in the Definitely series. So if you're pretty strong on that front, you're going to be in great shape in terms of going into some of this content right here. All right, so the first one is 3 more valuation methods. So remember, we did precedent transactions, we did public comps, and we did the DCF, and we did a really basic version of like the LBO as well, where we're going to talk about 3 more valuation methodologies, and that's often a question that bankers ask after you've mentioned the 3 main ones, which is precedent, public comps, and the DCF. They might ask you, oh, what are 3 more? Right? So we're going to cover that question. We're going to talk about how to go from unlevered free cash flow to levered free cash flow and back. Okay, so we're going to understand how to go between the two kind of interchangeably. Then we're going to look at examples of industry verticals, right? These are the kind of sections within each one of the groups with higher and lower betas, right? And then we're going to be talking about how extending the cash flow period in a DCF affects valuation, right? So all of these concepts are still really, really important. I would say that if you know everything in the Definitely series, I wouldn't kind of stop there. These are all questions that have come up dozens of times from the document that I have, so they are really, really important as well, right? So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into it.